Well, it's Homebrew Wednesday again. Excuse the mess on the table. We've got all the jugs and bits and pieces from transferring the wine, which I'll cover that in a little bit. I've done some, not time lapse because I haven't got a time lapse camera, but basically I've filmed it clearing out with a product I'll show you shortly. But today's beer is brought to you by BSA. No, not the motorcycle or air rifle company. It's Verifico Sant Andre Veselidal 2010. It is the Riot Combat Beer 8.1. It is 33 centilitres, 8.1% volume. It is from Italy. It's the Verifico Beer Company. Golden Strong Ale, prodotta con materie prime naturali senza additivi e conservanti, which I think means it's bottle conditioned. I have got another one of a different one of their beers, which I was going to use, but the fridge has been off for a couple of days and the bottle was lying on its side, so all the yeast sediment had floated about. But I think an 8.1, that was a 6.9, this is an 8.1, so I've got a little bit of the yeast in. I think there's a little bit of discoloration on the head there. Never mind. A little bit cloudy. Yeah, definitely a bit of yeast floated about there. It's going mental in a nucleated glass. Nice head, I can smell the malt from here. Really sweet malty smell. This one. Flatty hop smell. I've not looked on the internet to know what there is in this and what very malty smell. Very turbid inside the glass. Probably me stirring up the yeast there at some. Oh yeah. Sort of got the reminiscence of like a Scotch heavy ale. Quite malty. Not as malty as one of those. There's a much more sweetness to it as well. Bit sort of, I suppose it is Belgian inspired, I don't know. Very malty. Quite sweet. Not a lot of hop bitterness. Medium mouthfeel. And the body. Quite good. Quite malty. Gives it depth there, lovely creamy thick head. You get a little sensation of the alcohol there, but it's quite moreish. If you didn't know, those cheers. If you didn't know it was 8.1%, which I was trying to say, you could get in trouble with these. But yeah, I don't know what the other one's like. I think it's an amber, not sure. We had several of these, gone out of date, so I picked them up. Well, one was free and the other one was cheap, which is the best price of all. Best price of I'm getting in a right mucking floodle with me words. Right. Excuse me, and it's carbonated. Quick wine update sort of thing. Findings went in about 8 hours ago because it was quite cloudy after transferring. Most of the sediment and yeast debris was left behind, but the depth of it was the same height as the little cup you get on the auto siphon, so just as we were trying to scavenge some of the last bits, we did get right cloudy again, so I've dropped in some quick clear. I don't know how good this is going to show it up. You can see the background through there. at 8 hours, so I'll do another shot in the morning. You can just see, you can't see that in shot, so I'll see what happens in the morning. A little bit more evident this morning. You can see it starting to drop clear. Gravity's taking its effect as it gets darker as we go down. You can see my fingers behind it now. It's about halfway. That's another 8 hours. Okay, and this is another 12 hours approximately. You can see the bottle behind the demijohn now, and my fingers there, so it gives you an idea to a degree how clear we are over around about just over a 24-hour period. Okay, back to the wine again. This is now Tuesday evening, and you can almost read the, well, I can read the writing. I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, but the little plastic bottle behind the demijohn is now visible, and you can see the writing. So we're 48-ish hours into the clearing process. It could, well, I could have made it quicker by adding more, but I'm not in a hurry. So I reckon 72 hours we should be. The top's starting to drop clear. There is, yesterday I didn't mention it on camera, there was some little particles in suspension just below the surface. It was almost like floating in orbit, but I think that's the chemicals gathering the little particles together until they obviously gather enough mass, and then they drop down to the bottom, which is still a little bit hazy. There's like a light dusting on the base. Yeah, so we went to bottle the wine, or transfer it to another demijohn off the yeast, and I've done a trial jar reading to get the final gravity. I'd got some bottles ready in case it was okay, and I could, just re-rack it, degas it. But the sediment was so deep, it was at the point where the little cup is on the siphon jobby. It was up to that, so as I sort of managed to struggle to get, the sort of job you need 3 hands, one to hold this bit, one to hold that bit, and another one to depress the one-way valve on the little bottler. When you need a squid to be your brewing assistant. But yeah, anyway, some of the sediment got disturbed during transfer, so that sort of put the kibosh on bottling it, and I obviously tasted it while I had a little bit in the trial jar, and it's very passion fruity smell. The taste is more bitter grapefruit. It is dried up no end, because obviously all the sugars in the passion fruit have been gobbled up by the yeast. It's come out 10.89%, which I think I said it was going to be 10-11ish percent, so yeah, 10.89. It finished out at 998 on the FG, but it absolutely draws your arse up to your elbows and then skins them. It's that dry. My missus said, but my mouth went, done an impression of the mummy. So it needed back sweetening, I think, just a tad, because it was a bit too puckering and dry. But after you get over that initial sort of grapefruit, you can taste the passion fruit as well. But yeah, every bit of sugar has gone out of it, so it is like drinking sandpaper. Well, I think so, but it's probably because I'm so used to drinking the beers now and not the wines that. Anyway, the missus is churning away through the other stuff. She's done 3 glasses of the other stuff tonight, so yeah. So I was going to get some back sweetener from work. Finished work today, went down the homebrew section. I thought we bought a box full of the bloody things in little containers. I don't know whether it was a fluid or I think it was a fluid. Where they are I don't know, because we must have sold them all, or they're on a shelf somewhere in the stock warehouse. I haven't seen them, but we haven't frigging got any, so I'll probably have to do stevia or something like that at the weekend when I can get up to the old Tesco's. So yeah, that's about the only development really, was trying to bottle the wine and not succeeding because the bloody stuff's too dry. So I've just transferred it and put the finings in, which is this stuff. Quick Clear. There is another product that we sell at work called something, whatever Clear, I don't bloody know. I think it's the same, on the same lines, but this stuff comes in a little bottle. You can use it for beer as well, although it doesn't say on the pack. I think you can use just what finings A. You use it in equal proportions. A you put in, leave half an hour, and then you put an equal portion of B, part B in, and shake it all about. And leave it for, well, depending on how much you use and how much of a hurry you are in. I think it's 24 to 72 hours or 48. 24 to 72 hours to clear out, so I'm guessing with this is going to be a 72 hour job. But you use add 1 to 2 millilitres per 4.5 litres of wine. This is the smaller pack. I think it's round about 4 or 5 quid, but it lasts absolutely frigging ages compared to buying those packs of finings. It's Keysol or Kysol and gelatine is part B, so there's nothing. But it says sufficient to treat between 70 and 135 litres, so that's quite a few 5-gallon batches or 1-gallon batches to clear out your wines. So I always keep this one because obviously it lasts ages. It's a liquid, as long as you don't let it go below 5 degrees and upset the chemicals in it or some shit, I don't know. But yeah, I've used it several times and I've still, you know, hardly dented the surface. Shut up! Bloody dog. So yeah, you see quick clear finings for wine and beer, although I think I've used finings once on a beer. Fucking dog. Shut the dog up and an excuse to drink some more of this fine beer. Well, what was that? So we've done the wine. Nothing. No, I haven't done anything more with the water filtering system in the shed. I haven't had a chance. I did sort of, you know, think about a brew Saturday night for Sunday, but I had other things that I didn't get done Saturday to have to do Sunday. So that put the kibosh on it, but I did have to go out. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer, which isn't going to last much longer. And I'll see you next week. Cheers. Catch you again.